Hey guys, Brent Hull here at Winterthur, video 5 of 5. Okay, so after this video, we're going to do Greek Revival today. You should have a very full playbook of ideas when your client talks to you about design, Georgian, Federal, Greek Revival, pre-industrial designs here in America, sometimes called colonial, right? That, like, what does that mean? What do they mean when they say they want a colonial house? This series is to help you dial down to the details, especially on interiors, what it should look like, what your molding should look like, what your design should look like. So this is raising your game, guys. We're going to study Greek Revival today. We're going to see a whole mess of different design ideas, a lot of fun things to look at. Come on, let's go. Okay guys, so we're in Empire Parlor, okay? This is Empire Furniture. This is Greek Revival, 1839, Albany, New York. Now, if you've heard my talks about the Greek Revival or you've been to Buildings and Brew, you know that the discovery of what was going on in Greece happened later, okay? So you have the early studies of Rome, you have the understanding of Pompeii and the change from Georgian to Federal, neoclassical, and then the next step is the discovery of Greece. And we couldn't get into Greece because the Byzantine Empire wouldn't let us in, the Turks. And so we get into Greece later to actually send spies in to discover the Greek ruins, right? As they understand that the Greek architecture is earlier than Rome. So Greek architecture becomes very important in America as we, as a young country, 1820 and later, are starting to feel proud of ourselves. Say, hey, we've got this democracy thing too. And we really are attracted to the Greeks because they were first democracy. So Greek Revival architecture, 1820 to 1860, is a very powerful time. A lot of great Greek Revival styles. This is what it would look like from the inside, right? And so if you look at the way the doors and these window casings are done, right? They're very strong pilaster, really wide pilaster, probably 10 inches wide, right? With these little step downs. They're really trying to emphasize a stone look, okay? So they looked at the Greek temples and you'll find that a lot of Greek decoration is very strong and stone-like. And so these pilasters around here have these little step downs that create a little panel. The decoration elements are different, okay? So as we move away from the neoclassical Federal period into the Greek Revival, you see different forms of decoration. And this room feels very different. There's not full paneled walls. There's not even a chair rail, right? That's something we've kind of moved on past. And so different elements, the cornice is very steep and stepped and dropped down. Sometimes you'll see those moldings at an angle, but this is a wonderful Greek Revival room. And remember, Winterthur is pre-industrial, okay? So everything before 1860, before the industrial age takes over, and we have decoration and details that are made by hand still. And the magic of this place and this Greek Revival takes place here in this room. Okay, so this is the Georgia dining room. We've got another Greek Revival space. So this is 1839. This is very typical. It's from Georgia, the state. Look at these details on this door paneling. Look at the shape here of that molding and how steep it is. That is like classic out of the millwork books, Greek Revival shape. This little step in the panel, very stone-like, right? This little palm leaf here is called an anthemion. It is again, another typical Greek detail. You'll see it sometimes on the top of buildings as it goes around as a decoration piece. And so notice too how simple this is inside here. There is a chair rail inside this house. It's not typical in that Georgian period, but we've got this beautiful, wonderful casing around the door, kind of almost a Greek key in the corner. So we still have a very large door header, right, over top of this door, but all of these elements are very strong and stone-like. So Greek Revival, there's a few of these here at Winterthur. You need to check them out. It's kind of that last era of the handmade before we get into, in the industrial age. And so the last beautifully built age in America. Okay guys, so 1839, this is part of the original house that the DuPonts had that was remodeled a number of different times, but you're seeing Greek Revival elements here, and I know that there are a number of different ways to express that, just as there is the Georgian and the Federal. But look at the lines and how they're done here, how they're sharp and they step down. There aren't a lot of OGs or scotias or, you know, S-shaped curves, right? They're all straight line. This going back to that stone kind of feel and look, but just, and then look too at this cornice. That shape, that cyma, that top molding right at the top is a very typical Greek Revival shape. It comes down sharp. It actually goes back at an angle up to the bed mold and then drops down again. It's a very interesting shape. You see it in the Greek Revival pattern books, but great Greek Revival details in this area kind of all part of the magic of this place. Okay guys, what'd you think? Amazing stuff, right? Those architectural details in there are the cream of the crop. They're the finest things from the past, right? That we can learn from today. If you're a builder wanting to build better, if you're a homeowner wanting to build something beautiful, an architect, a craftsman, in here you're gonna find great details, whether it's Georgian, Federal, or Greek Revival. So thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Hull, and thanks for watching.